Hi, my name is Mark Joff. I'm in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and this is March 17th, 2015. This is my video blog, the sixth part, called Monetization, Partner Management in Display Advertising. This is the sixth video blog. So let's begin an informal chat about display advertising. After all the inventory has been set up and ready to be sold, there's many ways to maximize your precious ad space. As I mentioned in my previous video blog, Know Your Display Inventory, you should have, at this point, you should have a really good idea of the value of your ad space and inventory. You should always have a good idea about that, and your team too. Things to make note of, things to know are market rates, CPM, if you're working on a CPM rates of similar publishers, verticals or industry, and also the price of traffic for particular geos that make up your traffic to your site or your network. Your options now could be either direct buys, monetization partners, or both traffic partnerships. It's best for the trickle down CEOs and heads in the UK that have this revenue strategy to have this strategy at the beginning of the conversation, so the sales team and the ad ops can do their jobs best. But anyways, let's get down into it. So how do you create demand for your inventory? In the past, creating demand was a sales function, sales team's sole purpose. Sure, there was AdSense and Tribal Fusion and Context Web and all these different types of, really in its infancy, to monetize your ad inventory. We would call what the sales team did prospecting, business development. They go out there and they contact advertising partners that may be interested in buying ad space. It's basically the same thing that, let's say, an affiliate manager does, going looking for publishers. You're prospecting, but the other side of the fence. Right now, presently, in addition to the sales team or direct, there's a very ever-changing, global and complex advertising marketplace out there, and it's much more complex than it was, let's say, 10 years ago. So let's make it as simple as possible. Creating and maintaining demand for your ad inventory and quality traffic is really an ongoing thing. Sometimes one ad partner, they come on board and it doesn't work out, and it's time to move on, and it just doesn't work out for both parties, and that's fine. The better long-term partners that you'll find and you work with really are looking for that sweet spot, like we all are, the sweet spot where where fill, revenue, and ad quality, of course, they all come together, and it's sustainable through all quarters, and it can be a fabulous partnership for both the publisher and the advertiser. There are many different ways to monetize your ad inventory. We're way past what we used to call a daisy chaining. There's things like demand side platforms, DSPs. There's ad exchanges, ad networks, and even supply side platform. And of course, last but not least, the sales team. That personal face-to-face. A little bit more about ad networks. You may have been approached by different ad networks, and they really consolidate all their inventory together with all the publishers they work for. They make it very easy for advertisers to bid on their inventory, but it's not really an ad exchange, and really they're like a middleman between the advertisers and the publishers. And some examples in no particular order are things like Matomy Media, That's a mouthful, unanimous Q1 Media and Y brand, and there is a little bit of an overlap too. The next is ad exchange, and an ad exchange is like a stock exchange where you can bid on ads, but it has really more transparency than an ad network. Some examples, in no particular order, are of course AppNexus and the Right Media Exchange, which is Yahoo Exchange now, MediaMath, Fox Networks, Trade Doubler, Google Exchange Network, AppNexus, if I said that already, and just Premium in no particular order. And I've worked with all of them and even more. So, and finally, there's a supply side platform, and someone coming from AdOps and involved in AdOps on a global level. This option really never existed until I think about 2 years ago. So it's worth mentioning here. Really, the SSP or supply side platform is an ad tech. Peeps decided to really get involved, and you can basically drop all your inventory right into the ad server, unsold inventory, so that it can be filled. So you don't really have to reach out for anyone. They actually supply that. Your ad server, OpenX, for example, has a whole exchange built right into it, and you can just check mark your AdOps team, and then the inventory drops in there, and it's just it's fabulous. And there's filters you can use too. I have first-hand experience with OpenX Enterprise and OpenX RTB and open source. And of course, there's the same thing with most people are familiar with Google RTB. Basically, inventory drops at the remnant level. That's built right into the ad server. And if the impression is not filled, then by other higher paying ad partners, it drops into this SSP. So basically what ad partners they all want. What they all want is first look, right? I want the first crack at your best inventory, and the best impression. I want to take a look at it in a microsecond, and this is how much I'm going to pay for it, and that's fabulous. Regardless of what type of ad partner you'll be working with, they all want the best inventory at the lowest price. And you really have to find a mix that works well for both of you, for both the publisher and the advertiser. But the publisher advantage really lies in something called, there's so many choices, something called arbitrage, or the ability to take all partners, sometimes with the exact same ads, who can somehow get a higher CPM, and that's a great fit with your traffic. It's basically all completely white labeled, and they're all getting the same ads from the same display network, some of the larger ones. They may be using AppNexus, and you're already working with AppNexus through 3 different ad partners, and what have you. Whichever one seems to work out, that's the one that you give the highest priority, and it moves up the ad stack. Frankly, this is the way it works, right? So there's a lot of overlap, and really the display advertising ecosystem is full of variety, and everyone is, like I say, related somehow to someone else. Now, maybe you're as excited as I am about the endless possibilities of trying a new ad partner. If you have any additional questions about how to best monetize your ad inventory, and you need the advantage of an AdOps team leader, I work from Amsterdam. I work on a global scale with very complicated ad stacks and a fabulous global team too. I can help you create more demand for your ad inventory and ad space. And I'm a publisher advocate. So I've also worked on the media buying side too, but I know exactly what to look for and how to maximize your ad inventory. This is the 6th video blog monetization partner management and display advertising. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking around and listening. My video blogs, I think, are getting a little bit better quality. And until next time, as we say here in Amsterdam, fijne dag.